to get started, do you guys want to introduce yourselves so that the listeners can tell who's who from your voices?
Yeah, yeah. I'm Caden. I play the bass over off to the side here.
Zach, play drums.
Guy, I play guitar and do some singing.
I'm Jack, I play keys.
Awesome. So recently, Hors d'oeuvres Part 2 came out, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What has the reception been like from the fans?
Pretty good, I would say. My friend, we played last night at a New Terrain brewery, and my friend said he really liked it, so it was pretty good.
My mom said she really liked it too.
Yeah, yeah.
We just got a pretty funny comment that somebody said it sounded like a mix between hippie, flower power hippies and futuristic alien space music. So I think that's a pretty accurate description of it.
Yeah, we just got this review that says, imagine a psychedelic jam session between a group of flower power hippies and a futuristic alien band, and you're starting to get the picture.
Is that how you're going to describe your music from now on?
Yes.
I think from now on.
Yeah. Anytime anybody asks what our style is, that's exactly word for word.
We've been calling it cyclone rock, but I think this is probably a better way to get
It's much more
to the point.
accurate.
Yeah, much more accurate for sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
So what kind of inspired this evolution in your music, and then how do you feel it reflects on your growth as a band?
Well, this kind of came out of the desire to record something ourselves at home and also just approach music in a slightly different way. So this music wasn't really flushed out or completely written before we decided to record it. We really wrote this as we recorded. So we tried to take simple song ideas that we had that were riffs that we'd come up with in practice sessions or, during jams, and maybe a riff had come about that we'd recorded and saved somewhere. And then we kind of parsed back through a bunch of those, and we're like, we could turn these into songs and just kind of approach the whole EP with like, let's keep them super, super simple and let the, simple idea stand on its own as a song.
Yeah. And also just pushed us to kind of write shorter tracks too, which is, especially in the jam scene, is kind of counterintuitive.
Well, we just realized that most of our songs that we've recorded are like the shorter ones are around 6 minutes. So we like challenged ourselves to like not really go over 3.5 minutes for like any of these songs. And I think there's only 2 that did out of all 10 of the songs that we recorded and are planning on releasing.
And so lately is the first track on the Hors d'oeuvres project to feature vocals. What was the decision behind that?
Well, you guys had words that one already.
Yeah, that's the music for that actually went back like super far.
Yeah,
like
4 or 5 years even.
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, about that. So
There was originally a different song like that had kind of some verses and choruses and some different sections before, but we kind of adapted the song to the project and liked what we had, but we didn't want to scratch the vocals. So it's still a different track where, this song, I mean, it has 2 or 3 lines of lyrics total compared to our other songs with lyrics are normally, in verse chorus format, and they maybe have like a storyline. This one's kind of just a couple lyrics in it that serve more as like texture and background. So we wanted it to fit with the project still, and it ended up working out well. We thought it was cool to have a song that had lyrics on it still.
Yeah, it was like that melody was kind of just written into the song, and always like we knew there were going to be words there, but we're never exactly sure what exactly they were going to be. We actually called the song Lysol before we like came up with the name for it, because we had the melody and like a phrase that like it was like hit him with the Lysol instead of.
It was during the COVID time.
Yeah, it was during COVID time, so like that was the placeholder until like we came up with it. I think Guy actually Guy had real lyrics the whole time. Actually,
I did, but it was fun to sing Lysol during COVID, so that's how we remembered the track.
It's Mondegreen. Misheard lyrics.
Yeah.
You could release a new version with those lyrics.
Yeah, that's true.
So your music is a blend of various genres. How do you incorporate those diverse influences into your sound while still making it cohesive?
I'm not quite sure we do, to be honest with you.
I think it's just a lot of conversing when we're writing, and when we're just talking about improv, like I think it takes a lot of just
We're definitely not picky music lovers.
Yeah,
Like, we
yeah.
all appreciate, I would say we all appreciate most genres of music, if not all, to some degree. And we all come from different musical backgrounds, and we all have like our own preferences of music. But I don't know, the fun of it is actually being able to blend and what sticks out between all four of our voices. And that's kind of how we get our sound. But sometimes, I don't know, guy will come in and be like, all right, I want like a lo-fi beat for the song, and then we'll just have like a lo-fi hip-hop song or something of that nature.
What I think helps is that everybody is just has the same goal. Like if everybody has the same goal, which is just to make great music, then I think that helps just meld all the creativity together, because if you have the same goal, your ego's not getting in the way, and you don't have to have things your way or like all the time or specific to your taste. You'll sacrifice that in order to make something that is like agreeable and where everybody can agree that it's like a great song or whatever.
Yeah, we're also very open with each other, and like I've tried to, I think like your first instinct is your best a lot of times. So like when we're throwing around ideas and somebody feels particularly strongly about a particular part, if I don't like have a very good reason to like, disagree with it, or like I try to let everybody's like ideas flow as I guess as much as possible, and like just for the sake of that originality, because like I trust everybody. It's easy to forget that like everybody has like the same musical ears but like different tastes, and even if something isn't exactly the way that you would hear it, it's like, well, this person really likes the way this sounds and it's his song or whatever the circumstances are, so it's like,
And
let's roll
maybe
with that.
and maybe the rest of the group agrees,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like sometimes you just like that's where trust comes into play too. Like if there's something you want like a certain way and the other three like don't agree with it, I think we're all pretty good about just like trusting that,
Definitely.
instead of throwing a hissy fit or something.
Yeah.
That's really
Every
important.
once in a while, for sure, but probably not as, I don't know, we're probably not as often as maybe some, I don't know. We work pretty well together, so yeah.
That's good. It's important that you work well together. Yeah. How did the band come together, and then what inspired the name?
Well, I guess the band came together from originally it goes back to the El Chapultepec Open Jam. If you're familiar with that spot here in Denver, it's an open jam on, Tuesday nights, just like a blues jam, and that's where I met our original drummer. Just got up on stage with him, and then we started hanging and making music afterwards. And then I met Caden and our old guitar player Kai at school at CU Denver. We were all in music school there, and then we all just started playing together. I had like a few original songs under my belt at that point, and we just started playing them. And before you know it, we kind of had a gig just at the brewery across the street. And we kind of needed a band name. Yeah, then over time, we had some changes just with different directions in life and everything. And Zach, who went to our CU school as well at CU Denver, he was coming to a lot of open jams that we were hosting, and then he joined the band. And a couple years later, Jack joined, and I think we've been in this lineup for 3 years now, probably 4 years.
2020 is when he joined.
2020, yeah.
His
So
first
since
show.
2020, it's been us four. Band's been around, I guess, since 2017 now.
Basically played one show and then it was COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Jack's first show with us.
This is
And
Dracula.
the name.
Oh, the name? Oh.
She asked about the name.
Oh, you asked about the story of the name.
Yeah. I asked for the
Oh, I
story of the
didn't hear
band
that
and the
part.
name.
Sorry, this is a fun story. I love telling this.
It's okay.
So basically, I was visiting my grandmother in Norway, and she told me about this waterfall nearby that I guess there's this folklore in Norway of this spirit called the Fossagrimmen, and if you visit the waterfall and bring an offering to the waterfall, it'll enlighten you to some musical prowess. And sometimes it'll just teach you to tune your instrument, or apparently sometimes he'll give you cool band names. And so my grandma gave me a little Ziploc bag full of hot dogs, and I went to the waterfall, and I sat there for quite some time. And within the waterfall, I kind of started to see this abstract shape form, and it slowly appeared to me that it looked like a square curve. And I can't quite describe what it looked like, but That's the origin of Sqwerv.
They were like homemade hot
That's
dogs in the
cool.
bag, right? That's
Oh,
why the
they were folded sausages, that's for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's why she liked. That's why
Yeah.
the waterfall liked them so much. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the square curve.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
That's cool.
Thanks.
Cool story. So you've been a staple in the local music scene. How has that influenced your music?
Community.
Community. We've taken some influences from a lot of cool bands. Like, I mean, this recent album, for example, at least for me personally, like I heard this album Unzipped by the Magic Beans maybe a year ago, and this band Many Colors and another band Marafiki, like just some bands doing cool stuff around us who I was really liked the kind of direction that the Denver music scene has taken, and it was definitely an influence, at least for me, to want to create a project with these guys that was instrumental and kind of focused on like vibe, I guess, at least for the recent stuff, I would say.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we do, like, I would say that the scene definitely influences how we approach the shows that we're gonna do. Because it's really nice that we're at a point now that we can rely on, at least a few people coming to our shows without having to hit up like everybody, we have a fair amount of people that will come to our shows, so we try really hard to do something different or special, or make sure that we don't play the same songs that we played at our last show, and are just constantly thinking of like creative ways to, I don't know, just make it extra fun.
Yeah, because there's so much music in Denver, and there's so much music that comes through Denver. Like that's inspiring in itself, and you just learn a lot because I don't know. I never lived in a city like this until I moved here. Like I can't believe the amount of people that like come through. Just kind of it helps you, it inspires you to just like he said, do something different, and then because you really need to like stand out around here, I feel like because there's like so much competition that isn't just here but rolls through. So
It's a lot of friendly, at least locally, it's a lot of friendly competition.
for sure.
I think everybody is all the musicians that I've met are very encouraging and inspiring as well, with their playing and stuff, but you don't get many weird or competitive vibes from a lot of the other musicians in the scene, and it's very cool. You'll go to like your friend's show. Like the other night I went and saw a band called Splendid Blend, who's like one of my favorites in town, and you just go and you see like 5 people there that because this scene is like, it's big but it's small at the same time, and everybody's really friendly, so really like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think genre-wise, Denver's been pretty formative on our style, because like a lot of I would say like our starting off style maybe was inspired from like kind of the indie, more folky side of things. That's just kind of the background I came with from the music I was writing at first, acoustic, solo, singer-songwriter driven stuff. But then being introduced to kind of the jam scene that's super prominent here, I think that inspired and continues to inspire a lot of us. And then there's also a heavy, I would say, like jazz and funk scene here that definitely inspires us. When we go out to open jams, and Jack hosts an open jam every Wednesday. That's a funk jam at Herb's. So the different styles that that come into our music are product of the scene we're in.
Yeah, that's really cool. So you talked a little bit about live music. So you guys have a tour coming up, which is very exciting. How are you going to approach creating a set list for the shows?
Caden's a set list, man.
I love set lists. We've had long conversations about like whether to have set lists or not. We have, between originals and covers, we have probably like 80 songs
Somewhere around there.
we could play, but we can't play them all like right now, but if you gave us like a day, these are songs that like we have played and that we could play quickly if we needed to. But so as we've been preparing to leave, we've kind of just been going down the list. We spent a lot, like since the beginning of the year, we've recorded like 2 albums worth of music. So we spent a lot of time focusing on a very small amount of songs, and then we had a big show at Globe Hall not too long ago, so we spent a lot of time working on that set list. So like we have a lot of songs that we haven't played for like months. So right now we're just kind of going down the list and making sure that we can definitely play all of our originals. You know, for sure.
They come back quick.
They do. They come back real quick. It's really just like fine tuning like specific parts because, you know, it would be really good to have any of those songs on to be able to pull out, you know, at any point. So because when the way we approach a lot of a lot of shows is we kind of depends on how long the show is. You know, if the show is about an hour, I think a lot of times we will pick the order of the songs. The song's over. Sorry, if the set is over an hour or two, if we're playing 3 hours or something, we'll kind of come up with like a song cloud list where we just come up with a list of songs that we might want to play that night, but they're not in order. And then sometimes we'll be in an improv section of one of our songs and we'll, you know, because we'll be in a certain key or something, we'll go into a song that, you know, we didn't plan on playing just because it feels right. Sometimes we plan out transitions. So yeah, it's kind of a balance of having a plan and having a succinct show and not having a lot of dead time in between songs, like feeling like you can carry energy momentum throughout an entire set while also leaving room to, you know, not if the next song on the list is not what anybody wants to play or hear, you know, be able to like switch it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So right now we're just kind of learning relearning, repolishing rather all of our originals, and I'm sure we have a lot of covers that we pull out pretty often. I'm sure we'll kind of go through and like pick a few songs that are like that we don't play as often but would like to like take on the road with us.
Are there any particular covers that you find yourself playing more often than others?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
One of our favorites, we do a mashup of Shakedown Street from the Grateful Dead, and we go into Norwegian Wood from the Beatles, and we play that one quite a bit.
Although we haven't played that in a really long time.
Yeah,
actually.
I think we feel like we overdo. Like we go on like we'll do a cover for 6 months ish, 8 months ish, and do it a lot, and then we'll feel like we've done it too much, or maybe it gets stale, so then we'll kind of move on.
Yeah.
Born Under a Bad Sign is one we
Yeah,
definitely do.
we
Watch and Old Blues.
Play that a lot.
Yeah.
Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Yeah. Old classic.
Right.
Another one we haven't played in a while.
Another one we haven't played in a while, but it's probably our oldest cover. We've probably been playing that song since like day one.
Born Under a Bad Sign?
No, Sitting on the Dock of the
Oh
Bay.
yeah, that's probably our very first Sqwerv set. We ever played that one.
Are there any covers that you don't like playing?
You
I don't
know,
think we've
Dancing
played
in the
some.
Dancing in the
thank you.
Moonlight.
I love playing that
Hayden
song.
likes that one, but I don't like playing that.
Jack likes wants to play that song. You know, we tried playing
What is it? The one you sing.
yeah,
Cookie Jar?
No,
No.
Mary Jane.
Gosh.
The
the
Goodbye Stranger. That one.
yeah.
Goodbye, Stranger.
Goodbye Stranger was one that we tried spent a lot of time practicing that song and it just
Couldn't figure it out. Like
never
we had the parts
We
down.
got it pretty decent.
We had the parts down.
we could play the song, it just never hit hit super hard or
Yeah.
something.
Didn't feel right for our instrumentation or our
Yeah.
voices and everything. It just doesn't feel like it's doing the song quite justice.
Yeah, so that happens a lot with songs too, is we'll like you learn all the parts and stuff and we can play the song, but something about it just doesn't hit super hard.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we won't ever play it, but after however many times, it's kind of like,
I like that one.
does anybody like playing that song? I
I
like
like
playing
So what you're saying is we shouldn't expect it on this tour.
No.
Yeah, probably
Goodbye
not.
Stranger, I don't think you'll hear unless
No.
we're really drunk at the very end of it.
Yeah.
And Zach
And
really wants to sing.
And nobody's there.
Yeah.
But if anybody writes in and says we really want Sqwerv to play Supertramp on this tour,
I'll write back. No.
let us know.
I'll write back.
Just forward us that email, please, because
Or we're
for the
not allowed to
people.
practice it like at all until we have to like last stop on tour we have to try and play it without
Oh,
practicing at
yeah.
all and see how it goes all together.
That'll be great. That'll be great for the fish after party.
Yeah.
Pick one song and try to,
That'll be interesting to see.
yeah, pretty interesting to listen
One
to.
of our friends' bands, there were Chompers, was their band name, and they got kicked out of a bar because they kept trying to do Roxanne by the Police.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
But-
but the goal was that no one could practice or learn the song. They just had to play Roxanne live. And they were playing this in a bar with like one person there and the owner. And the owner was like, "You guys cannot come back." I mean,
Yeah, I don't think you want that to happen. What are some of your favorite venues to perform in?
Little Cervantes.
Yeah, Cervantes.
Red Rocks is great every time.
And then Stanley's in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Stanley's.
Yeah.
Love that
Stanley's.
place.
Yeah, that place is great.
Yeah.
throw down.
We've done Over Yonder Brewery the last 3 or 4 New Year's Eves.
Okay.
Love that place. Love the people there.
Mhm. Stone Church in
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
Market,
New
New
Hampshire.
Hampshire.
Yeah.
Fantastic spot.
Yeah.
Globe Hollow was also very rowdy.
Yeah, Global in Denver.
Super close to the crowd,
Globe
which
Hollow's
is
great,
very
too.
personal.
Yeah.
We played last night at a brewery, New Terrain in Golden. That's like it overlooks kind of like the
Ooh.
plains of Colorado, and yeah, it's kind of like tucked. It's like almost in the mountains, like just
Mhm.
like on like the edge. And I don't know, it was a very beautiful brewery
Yeah.
spot that was cool to play.
Yeah.
So
we'll
do
be
you
out
guys have
in the
any
area
pre or
for sure.
post show rituals?
Drinking.
Pre-show.
Water.
Yeah. I think for pre-show, we're not like super religious about it, I would say, but for big shows, we try and do a little group huddle, get a little, a little pump up speech, couple words of advice maybe, and we try and sing a harmony together before we go on stage to tighten up our voices.
True.
And then post show, I like to have Guy tell me the origin of the name Sqwerv before I go to bed. That's me.
Bedside.
Story's a little different every
While
time.
eating a hot dog.
Yeah. I eat a
A
hot
pre-bed
dog
hot
hot
dog?
me with a
Yeah.
glass of milk,
It-
glass of warm. Yeah,
Folded sausage.
folded sausage.
But yeah, we're not a lot of times that's like the craziest. It's hard to have rituals in those times because unless it's a big show and you have a green room, like you're saying hi to people or we're trying to like get in pictures or like those are kind of chaotic times right around before you go on and right when you get off. It's like right before you go on, you want to say hi to all your friends, all those things, and then right when you get off, it's the same thing. We don't see each other sometimes until like 30 minutes after we play because it's like we get off stage and we have to rush to get all our gear off or whatever.
Yeah.
Then we gotta go say hi to everybody, and everybody just kind of wants to like decompress. Not that I'm complaining about that. It's just not it's a very active time where we can't like at this point for us. And that's part of the fun. You get off and you get to go shoot the shit with everybody or slam a beer real quick because in celebration that the show's over. We shot.
I definitely at shows that we do have a green room, I make it a point nowadays to like at least 20 minutes before the show to stop talking to people and at least head back to the green room. I mean, there might be a bunch of people in there that I'm gonna end up talking to, but I try to like fucking get focused a little bit before the show happens because there have been several times where like everything that Guy was just talking about like happens and then you're like on stage and kind of you're like just like whoa shit, I didn't even like kind of dial myself
Center yourself in,
really
yeah.
yeah. So I've definitely like made it more of a point to like try to have those moments where I like just think about what's about to happen, what we're trying to accomplish. And
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just about to ask how you stay centered with everything going on. So you already answered it.
yeah. Well, and it's also, I mean, I like it. A huge part of this band like is the community and the people, and it's like it's awesome seeing a lot of these people that like
Yeah.
you don't see unless we play a show. So it's like that's kind of part of it too. It's not like as chaotic as it might sound, but it's easy for just like the time to slip away, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, like I gotta go, and
Yeah.
and just you get into a conversation with somebody, and then
You want to genuinely have a good conversation or just say hi and see how all these people are doing, like your
Right.
friends,
Mhm.
like people you don't see often, and you want to have a moment to actually connect with them, and that's just not easy when there's only so much time before you got to get up there or even after the show. But we're really grateful for it. It's just like it's a balancing act.
Yeah,
I
so how
guess.
do you guys stay inspired and motivated when things get challenging?
Good question.
Go see seeing some of our favorite bands helps me
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, I was gonna say listening to like personally, if I'm feeling like personally challenged or something, like listening to music is that I love is like really inspiring. If I'm feeling like challenged in the band situation, I just know that we'll always like it might be challenging right now, but we'll always get to a point where like we're playing something, whether it's improv or even just in the middle of a song, and I'll just be like, this is why like I'm doing this right now. Like I just know I know those moments are gonna come, you know, and it's not that challenging to me very often, but like if it ever feels that way, it's just like I just know I think about all the beautiful music we've made and how that happens way more often than it ever being challenging. So I
Yeah.
just kind of keep that in mind and yeah.
I definitely am like it helps to remember like how thankful I am to be in this band and to have a constant creative outlet all the time. I think that's what is like my favorite thing about this band is like we're just constantly trying to we practice a lot. We practice twice a week, if not three times every once in a while, but always twice a week. And we're always just we all live together and we're always just spitballing ideas and coming up with just stupid things to do on stage or like stupid videos to make or like sharing song ideas. So it's like
There's always a goal in the distance.
there's always a goal, and it's awesome to have a hobby that is like rewarding in that kind of way. It's not like I love to fish. That's like my other favorite thing to do. But it's like if I fish like 100 times in a year, I'll be a better fisherman. But you know what I mean? Like the payoff is an awesome byproduct of like doing something that you love to do. So it's just like I'm super thankful for that, and I'm super thankful for just the creative output, just to be able to think about something to put your energy into that eventually might actually like fucking reach a lot it people.
Yeah, it's nice because if it's ever challenging, it's never because nobody's, to me at least, it's never because it feels like somebody's not like super dedicated to it, which is like that's really inspiring too and keeps you like in it is like like everybody really wants is like all of us are really into this thing and like we're all grateful for each other and we're grateful for the dedication that everybody brings to it. And so it's just like you'll get over it, you'll get through whatever roadblock it is because of that very fact.
Does it ever get hard that you all live together?
Nah, not to me at least.
No,
No.
surprisingly not.
Nope.
How do you make that work? Any tips
Well-
or tricks for bands that do live together and are driving each other crazy?
Make sure
Leave
you
the dishes.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
If someone's cooking in the kitchen, like everyone gets to try what they're cooking.
Yeah,
We got a community.
Yeah.
cooking.
if you put beer in the fridge, it's everybody's beer at
Yeah.
that point.
If you open a bag of chips in the living room, everybody gets some. Or
You just gotta surround yourself with good people. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
we're just really lucky that way because you just don't hear that very often.
I think none of us are prone. We are way more prone to talking about issues than fighting about them.
Yeah.
No, I don't think any of us have a super huge ego in this band, and we also I think when we're practicing and stuff, we have a kind of a rule where it's like if anybody has an idea, it's like let's try it.
Yeah.
Always at least try it. So we're very open to everybody's input in that way and not and really I feel like in most aspects of this band musically and otherwise we do pretty well at like keeping it everybody gets an equal say, I think, and we're very I don't know respectful of each other in that way, I would say. I think
make sure you replace the toilet paper often.
yeah.
We only have one bathroom, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
Or it is one
Yeah,
bathroom.
just be respectful of your roommates. I hate living here with you guys.
He's trying so hard to convince himself he likes it.
No, it's actually a disaster over
Yeah.
here, to be completely honest with you. We're
With the
trying really
facade.
hard. Yeah.
If only you could smell this place through the Zoom camera.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We actually, last time I had a friend over, they were very surprised that 4 men lived in this house together. You know, she was like, "What? I live in a house with 2 guys and it's a disaster." So I think we do pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good. I think it makes it easier for tour because you've already lived with each other.
Oh yeah.
And for
True.
practice, and it's also inspiring in the sense of like somebody's always practicing. Like so,
Yeah.
it just like
Yeah,
if
that's
you if
true.
you're sitting there and you're not practicing, and you see somebody practicing, you're like, I gotta go fucking practice. You know, like
That's true.
it's like it's inspiring in that way too, and good for the whole band. And nobody can cancel on band practice because whatever, because like they fucking live here, you know. Like,
Drag your
they're in
ass
their
out of
room, you
bed.
know.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really good point. I think since we all moved in together, things have been getting done just a lot quicker because
And the music's just way tighter.
the music's just way tighter because it's easy to practice all the time, and it's also we're not like brainstorming things, like we're actually doing it in person. So like if there's something that we've been like not even like putting off isn't the right word, but it's like, oh shit, we got to get this done, we can just like all talk about it real quick because we're all right here.
Not a constant. It's not the group text of doom.
Right. Yeah,
That goes
exactly.
on
Where
before.
it's just a bunch
You
of
practice Wednesday? No, he just said up there he can't practice Wednesday. Are you reading the fucking texts?
and it's just a bunch of mishmash. And
Yeah.
it's cool. I have gotten that compliment sometimes that people have said after shows. They're like, I can tell that you guys like know each other really well, and I know that too because we like me and you, Zach, will just like finish each other's sentences while we're playing, and it's the exact same thing. And so yeah, it's very.
Yeah, they work at the same job as well.
Yeah, I see this guy. I spent more time with this guy than I think even my mom.
Yeah.
Don't forget,
Which is important for the rhythm section, you know? Like,
That's true.
like
It's true.
So don't forget when we tour, we're with each other 24/7.
Yeah.
All 4 of us.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's never been bad.
No,
Do you ever
no,
get sick of
no,
each
it's
other?
always-
I don't.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Not really. It's more like
Friends first and foremost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are like so lucky for that.
That's all I heard.
For that specific thing about this band is just like it's crazy to be this good of friends and like be that this dedicated to the music. Like it's very rare that I ever hear about that about any band like anywhere. Yes, it's very uncommon. I feel like.
So I've heard some horror stories of people's van lives.
Yeah.
Tour is like a true test a lot of times for longevity.
Yeah, we were just excited. I think like we've and even now we're going on, this will be like our 3rd or 4th. This will be our 4th long tour coming up. That'll be out of state and more than 2 weeks. This one's like 7 weeks long. And it's like I'm still thrilled. I think we're all still super excited. There are aspects of touring that maybe like, you lose a little bit of that like pure let's say innocent awe about the experience, where you're like, oh, loading out at 4 a.m. after this after party gig that paid us $200 or something like that, isn't as thrilling, but like it's still, I don't know, it's become something I look at as more of just a cool way of life rather than like just like, oh, this is so exciting, let's go be.
Yeah, I mean, my dad he's like 73 or something, and he's like, you're already seeing more of the country than I've seen, like, and I'm not even 30 yet, not almost, but
Yeah, definitely never have gotten tired of each other, but have gotten tired of sharing a bed with somebody for 5 weeks.
Sure.
It's like stuff like that. There's like and also what I love about our tours is they have continued to be better and better, and we continue to get people that were like, we saw you here, or like we saw you open for this person in Denver, so we came to check you out. So it's like it's really wild to like, because we have spent years cultivating a fan base in Denver, so it's really cool to feel like you're starting to cultivate a fan base. Say that 5 times. In other states. That's probably one of my favorite parts of tour.
yeah, it's almost hard to believe when you're out of state and somebody like heard about you, or they saw you somewhere else, or they saw something about you, and it's just like
or our friends will send us pictures of they saw someone else wearing a Sqwerv shirt out in public in another state, which is always cool.
Do love that. Yeah,
It's wild.
It's nice.
What are you guys most excited for about tour? And then what are you least excited about?
I'm most excited that this one's gonna be in the summer. And it's a great time. I mean, it sucks because this will be the first summer I won't have been in Denver in like, I don't know, the entire time I've lived here, I guess, besides one summer like 8 years ago. Like Denver is really special in the summer with Red Rocks and just camping in the mountains and all the great outdoor activities there are here. And so it's hard to leave, but at the same time, I think it'll be really cool to be kind of touring around during festival season and just being able to be in the places we tour through at like the height of their, like the Midwest in the summer is awesome. And I've never really been on the East Coast in the summer for this much time.
Mhm.
So for me, I think that's and I should also add the venues we're playing this time. I'm really excited about. I kind of have had a little bit more involvement in the tour just from being closer to our booking team.
Mhm.
So I kind of know the venues we're playing a little bit better, I guess. But that's the next thing is the caliber of venue we're playing and the bands we're playing with this time is a big step up. For us. I think we've, just tried to learn the better spots to play. So I'm
For
really
sure.
excited for those things.
Yeah, least excited. You know what I'm excited for is to try hot chicken sandwiches in every city.
Literally
Hmm.
do that, dude.
Yeah, hot chicken sandwiches. Least excited to share a bed with Jack Marty specifically.
Right back at you, buddy.
Yeah, who would you rather sleep in bed with, Mackayla? Somebody who has terrible farts or somebody who snores so loud you can't sleep?
I mean, I don't know. It's negative to both.
No, well, you got it. The funny
You
part
got-
is you have to
You gotta
choose.
pick one.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
sleep
because
on the
you
floor.
you don't know who's snoring.
I'd sleep on the floor.
Floor in a different room. Like, that's wow.
7 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. Beds are a luxurious thing on the road. So
It is a luxury.
I guess I'll be having my own bed.
yeah.
I'm very excited for festivals. We're doing more festivals than we've ever
Oh,
done
yeah,
this
yeah.
year. We're doing at the end of May, we're doing an out and back, and we're playing the Power and Progress Festival in Nebraska.
Yep.
And that's also going to be really fun because we're going out there with our friends Rado, Colorado band, great friends of ours and great musicians, Rado and DJ Williams. Who he used to play in Carl Denson's Tiny Universe, is a phenomenal like modern bluesy guitar player. So that'll be fun with friends. And then we're doing Doonesville Music Festival and Ohio Dream Fest. And and then Beanstalk when we get back home. This is the Magic Beans Festival. And we've only done 2 so far.
Festivals?
Yeah, like
Yeah, Beanstalk and some kind of
and
jam.
some kind of jam, and it was so much fun. And what you said, I think, about touring in the summer is going to be excellent because our last one we did was in the fall and it rained about 80% of our drives. Which was, it's fine, but just kind of a dragola. Like, I'd rather have like the, sunshine. Also really excited to play Nectar's in
Oh, yeah.
Burlington, Vermont.
That's a bucket list spot.
Bucket list spot because that's kind of like Fish is a huge inspiration to the 4 of us, and that was kind of their stomping grounds a little bit when they were coming up. So a lot of history in that place. I'm also really excited to play this place called the 8x10 in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And 1, because the venue looks really cool, and 2, we're playing with this band called Nestor that has this incredible bass player, and they're kind of primacy. We saw them at some kind of jam, and they blew the roof off. So really stoked to play with them. And yeah, I think I mean, and I think that's why you almost get roped in to touring as frequently as you can, because while you're out there, you just get more and more intel of this is the place to play, this isn't. You make new friends, and you meet new bands to play with, and you make these connections with people and fans, and you just want to get back out there before they forget about you, so it's like yeah, so that's the rigmarole. This is Ivy, by the way.
Oh, hi, Ivy.
I know anybody that's listening on the podcast can't see Ivy's cool face, which is my dog. Anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, Jack, did you answer?
Yeah, what are you most excited for and least excited for?
Sleeping with Zach.
Equally
You're
as
most
excited.
excited
Yeah.
for.
And he's
That's
least
what you're
excited.
most excited for.
Yeah.
Um,
And then sleeping with Guy.
I'm most excited to sleep with Guy.
A lot of the fun in touring is just exploring the unknown. You know, we cities that a lot of us have never been before and don't know what's gonna lead in there. But like that's a huge fun part about touring. Probably also festivals. You know, the Beanstalk Festival. That's always we played that one last year, and that one it's like a camping festival, so that one was super fun.
What are
Unity.
what are you least excited about?
Besides the whole
I gotta say,
set.
I like my beauty sleep. So when you're tired, when you're dead tired, and it's 3 a.m. and you gotta load out, it's not super fun. You gotta get in train, you gotta drive to a friend's house or hotel. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not looking forward to killing 4 or 5, like if you have a 4 or 5 day break in between weekends or gigs or whatever, killing that at somebody that you don't know's house or something like that. We do really well at like actually Jack has about 1 million family members on the East Coast, so we've stayed with a lot of his family and they have been so good to us. But just like spending off time in places that aren't that you can't be completely comfortable because it's not your house kind of thing,
That makes sense.
you know?
Yeah.
Not that, God forbid any of them are listening, not that they don't do everything because I'm so thankful. But it's that kind of thing.
Just the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
does take a while to kind of
Yes.
enter the real world again when you get back from tour.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you gotta wake up, go to work, get back in schedule.
Yeah, I think I'm least
Takes a little
excited to
bit.
be working from the van this time.
I don't mind it.
I'm not looking forward to it. It'll help pass the time, but yeah.
Means you probably won't have to drive.
True.
Oh, he's
True,
gonna drive.
Oh, he's gonna.
Yeah,
He's gonna drive.
I'll be
You
I'll be
will.
taking
Definitely.
Zoom meetings while I'm driving. Sell, buy, buy.
Tell him 500,000 or we're out.
Yeah.
Not doing this again, Reggie.
Yeah, so you guys have a full-length studio album coming out later this year. What can fans expect from it?
Calculated entropy is what they can expect.
Yeah.
They can, yeah,
Pirates.
Pirates,
pirates,
Lots of
kings, queens.
Kings,
Theater.
Queens, theater.
heavy riffs,
Magma. Hot
Pliers,
magma.
strings.
wasabi licks.
Wasabi licks for sure.
Um,
Arpeggios. They can
Oh,
definitely
there's a couple of
expect
arpeggios in there.
arpeggios. And
new wave, synth wave, dogmatic, traumatron.
some of the softies, a little bit of the softies too.
A little bit.
A little bit of softies just sprinkled in there. Just
It's
so
a
you
little
don't get too
heavier.
crusty.
It's a little overall heavier than the last Sqwerv album.
A
And
little more in the jam band realm, maybe.
maybe, I don't know.
No, I don't
I'm a
know.
little more in the prog rock
All right.
Yeah.
world, I would say.
Yeah, fully produced, a lot of harmonies, a lot of cool layers.
Yeah,
Thick
definitely.
vocal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think everything we just said about sums it up.
Long songs.
Long
Long
song for
songs.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
composed.
Yeah, I would say more of our heavier and more composed songs.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you didn't give yourself the 3-minute rule on this one?
definitely
the
not.
complete
No,
opposite.
I
Yeah.
think this about 6 minutes, and the longest one is maybe
13.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's cool about that one too is that there is not a single, there's maybe a minute of improvisation in that song.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about
Oh yeah.
when the
We got to work with strings players on this album.
yeah, that was
just
really
super fun.
cool.
And the part that Kane's talking about, we were just like, all right, just make the most awful noise you could possibly make. And
Yeah, we had a
just took
string
snippets of
quartet, and they were like,
played it.
okay,
Yeah,
and
we
they
forgot
started scratching their strings, and we were like, yeah, it sounds so good.
Yeah, there's bad sounds too. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Awful, horrible sounds.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true,
In
but
the
they're
best way.
used really well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're placed perfectly.
I think that's just how you should advertise it.
Yeah, well-placed bad sounds. I think that's the new name of the album.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bad sounds used well.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be a new marketing technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Reverse marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
That reminds me of this, like, there's this interview I used to watch with Zach Wild, who used to be the guitar player for Ozzy, and he has a band called Black Label Society, but he's an incredible guitar player. And he's getting interviewed, and this lady's like, she's like, so what can we expect from the new album? And he's like, let me tell you something, this thing sucks so bad. He's like, what you need to do is buy it and use it as a beer coaster, because that's gonna be better than listening to it.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
genius. It's probably cheaper than most coasters.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to aspiring musicians who are just starting?
Ooh.
Mhm.
I
Find good people.
Yeah, find good people. Don't take especially if you're trying to find a band, I would say take advantage of every opportunity you can to play with anybody that you can, because you
Absolutely.
never know who it's gonna stick with, and you just get better anyway by doing that.
Mhm.
Going open jams and also just playing live when you can, because when you
Play
go to
as
open
much as you
jams,
can.
how you
Yeah.
meet people and also how you get a repertoire of songs that you need to learn and kind of what's the standard to learn.
Yeah, because when I helped these guys host an open jam for like a year, and I was like, they're gonna ask me to be in this band because they were like the exact kind of people I wanted to play with. But they had their drummer already. But like from what I had heard at the time, he was just older and whatnot, and just like
Just had a real job,
yeah,
like
exactly.
wasn't trying to time.
Yeah, and I didn't have a real job, and but no, but I just did it
You
like
were like, "He's kind of a bum."
like every week I helped them do this jam for like a year, and like it just goes to show like how like long it can take, or it's not that long, but it's just like when you're in it, it's like what, like sometimes you'll be like, when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? Then happens, and it might not have even been them like that I would have joined, but just because I was at a jam, like you're still meeting other people, like it's gonna
Mhm.
it can turn into something. It just takes like don't get discouraged when it's taking forever, like that's just
Mhm.
part of what it is. Like the overnight thing is like so rare, and it's usually not even overnight, and it's just like you're basically just sticking around working super hard until like an opportunity comes around, an opportunity that takes you from here to here. Like, and then it's just
Yeah.
that like every once in a while.
Baby
And then
steps.
just play all the time, just like even if you're not out, just play something at your house like constantly, and explore as much music. I think it's really important to explore as many different types of music as you can, like, and really challenge your ear in that way, like push yourself to try to understand different types of music. Because a lot of times I've heard stuff where I didn't really get it at first, but it was interesting and I kept listening to it, and then I started to learn so much. I finally got it, and then I start to learn so much from it, and then the more
Mhm.
influences you have, the more unique your own sound becomes, because the more
Yeah.
less influences, you become like, it's kind of like a one trick pony, but once you start incorporating
Mhm.
a bunch of different things, like you're way less definable.
I would say don't let the fear of what you don't know keep you away from things. Like, and that totally correlates with going to an open jam. Like maybe you only know a couple songs, maybe you can't play yet, but you'll go and you'll meet somebody else there that will be a good friend that will give you lessons, or that will teach you the song, or tell you how you can learn this song, or let you borrow their bass or something. So don't let your fear of anything like that keep you from just, try and put yourself outside of your comfort zone. That's the best way. You'll put yourself in best situations. And then on top of that, just do what excites you. Like
Mhm.
follow the music that excites you, because you're probably wanting to play music because something has grabbed you, or, got your attention or made you feel something. And I think it's really important to follow the things that actually excite you and make you get your soul moving, and just keep doing that. You don't have to try and learn it all, or learn some technique or theory necessarily. Just like do what musically excites you.
Yeah.
And read The Music Lesson by Victor Wooten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, everybody should read that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna to kind of piggyback off Guy. I think one of the best, like, and more encouraging pieces of advice that I got in school was like, if you're a songwriter or you have a band or whatever, it's like if you like it, then somebody else likes it.
Exactly.
Like if you really like it and you believe in it, there's no way that you're the only person on the planet that really likes this stuff. So to that note, I feel like Zach said, taking as many influences as you can, but also trying not to taking what you like from that, and then like focusing on originality and what excites you musically. because at the end of the day, that's why we like our favorite bands, because they don't sound like anybody else. So just like, I guess, like trying to dig deep and figure out what your voice sounds like when you're playing, and what you know, like what the essence of like you is, and like why the sounds that you make are the sounds that they are, kind of thing.
And something my stepdad said, which is super important to remember, is with the music business is if you want things to go according to plan, you're in the wrong business. You're not in the right business. So just don't expect things to always go according to plan. It's just not how this business works at all.
I thought he said if you wanted fair, you're in the wrong business.
It's same,
Same thing.
same, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, exactly. It's the same thing. Like just not how it works.
Jack, anything?
You guys covered it.
No advice from you?
He's like, get a big pair of sunglasses and wear 'em. Wear 'em every time you
Just
play
try and look
piano.
as cool as you possibly can, and everything will be all right.
Play keyboards.
Yeah,
Does anybody-
learn to play
That's
keys.
yeah.
Bet you'll
it's
find a
like,
band.
you will never not have a gig.
Everyone always needs a keyboard player.
Yeah.
There's not enough.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way.
We just answered for Jack. We speak for Jack.
I am the Lord Jack, speak for the trees.
So before I ask the last question, was there anything else you wanted to mention or talk about?
We got the final part of hors d'oeuvres part 3 coming in June. So, you know,
Probably like right before our
stay
tour.
hungry, kids.
Listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
It's kind of all we got coming up. If you wherever you're listening from, I guess, you know, actually, if you're listening at all, just go ahead and just check it out. Just SQWERV, you know, just type that in and pick a song and listen to it. I guess that's what.
Sqwervy.
Yeah, get squirvy. That's not something coming up, but that's just something that I would like to say to the people. Kind of thing. Yeah, and I guess if you know, our whole tour is posted on our website, so you can go check that out. We're coming to a town near you.
Tell your grandmother.
Tell your grandma to come.
Tell her great aunt Sally.
And bring the flat hot dogs.
Oh yeah, old sausages, baby.
Bolted sausage.
So the last question is, what is the soundtrack of your life?
Asia, Steely Dan. It's my favorite album, at least. I don't know if that's quite the answer, but
It's whatever you want the answer to be, because it's your life.
I was gonna say, I was like,
That's a heavy question.
Yeah, that's a heavy question.
I feel like I can pick different albums for like different portions of my life, but it's hard to pick. And like, is it an album or a song?
I was gonna. Is it even?
Whatever you want it to be.
Oh wow.
Is it birds chirping?
Yeah. I
Outside.
think it's my iPhone alarm.
Oh yeah,
At 8 a.m.
That's the soundtrack of your
That's
life.
my life lately.
Get up!
It's either Caden's alarm in the room next to me or my alarm, letting me know that another dreadful day has begun. I'm just kidding.
If I have to try and pick like a real answer, probably Ghosts 1 through 4 by 9 Inch Nails, the whole album. It's like the whole concept of that album was like daydreams. So I think it kind of covers all the emotions through that album.
I gotta say, for me, I think it's Vangelis, the song that is in the opening to the show The Cosmos with Carl Sagan. It's like, yeah, if you've ever heard that song, that's it. That's for me.
Cookie Jar too, by Lee Ross.
You can't have two, dude. That's the point.
But it's your life. It can be two songs
Yeah,
if you want it to be.
Damn.
It's the bonus track to my soundtrack. Okay.
Oh wow.
It ends in Cookie
Act
Jar.
2.
This guy's a double LP
Yeah.
life.
I was gonna say, for a while, our soundtrack was the Sopranos theme song,
Yeah.
and then it was the Game of Thrones theme song.
Caden?
I don't even know, man. I'm still confused.
Confusion.
Yeah, I like there's what I really want to say is the name of this song that I actually don't know the name of right now. Because like that's just like what I feel like is a good like generalization of like kind of what goes on in my head in my life most of the time. It's called Cherchez La Ghost by Orion's Belt.
I love that band.
And no, you haven't heard. I bet you
I
have.
know Orion's Belt, yeah.
Belte.
Oh, maybe not.
Dude, and it's just like it kind of like it's like bouncy, you know. It has something that your question has something to do with like flow and like that song to me is just like a perfect bouncy wavy flow that's like not too up and not too down, and it's I don't know, I guess just it speaks to like being in the zone, which I'm not all the time, you know, but aspire to be, I guess.
Amish Paradise, the Weird Al.
Yeah. Gangster's Paradise
No.
is mine.
Boom Biddy Bye Bye. Cypress Hill.
We're all gonna die. Hits from the bomb. Any
Yeah.
Cypress Hill song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very profound question you pose. I don't know. I'll probably be thinking of that for the next couple of days.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, so where can all of our listeners find you so they can stay up to date on your music?
You're at 291540 West 32 Avenue here in Denver, Colorado. You're welcome anytime. Come have a cup of coffee. Come
Feel
say
free
hello.
to send us cash.
Yeah.
We love cash. It would be great.
What was the actual question? Where can they find our music?
Yeah, where can they find you to stay updated on your music?
The waterfall in Norway.
Well, we have
Spotify is the best, probably.
we have an email list now for well, Caden sends out beautiful newsletters
Oh yeah.
with all the latest Sqwerv news.
We do, that's true. I would say on our if you're really trying to stay up with what's going on, our follow us on Facebook and Instagram and go check out our website. And then our music should be anywhere that you listen to music from, unless you have a really weird streaming service that you listen to music from or something.
Should ideally still be on there.
It should ideally, yeah. If everything's perfect, it should still be on there as well.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere, all the time, all at once. So
Omnipotent or omnipresent. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think.
omnipotent and omnipresent.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for taking the time.
Thank
Thank
you for
you,
having
Michaela.
us. Really appreciate it.
Well, have a good rest of your day.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.